welcome or welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. We have a small pile. Been fairly consistent with sales over the past week or so happy about that. Jumping right in. First one going out is skirt, pants, jacket. Kind of cute. Got the waistline, so you get kind of a pendulum effect. Google. So I am going to talk about today, at least the first half of this video. I'm going to talk about Flyp a little bit. Just want to go over that. I'm going to tell a quick personal story real quick. Yeah, had my credit card used at a Walmart, doing a Walmart pickup, about 750 miles from me. So I went through the fraud department and stuff with my credit card. Got a response back from them the other day. And it's like, we have evidence that you benefited from this, so it's not going to be, you will be charged for it. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, exactly what evidence do you have? Because this was definitely not me. This was, I have nobody else authorized on my card. This was 750 miles from me. It's like 12 or 20 hour, I can't remember which. Brain not always functioning. I think it's 12, like a 12-hour drive, and I'm like, I did a Walmart pickup for a Walmart 12 hours away. And I did it at 4 in the morning when I was sleeping. Wow, I am an impressive person. See, this is going out to Linda. And here we have a lot of 2 going out. Cute dress, Vogue. Might have sold this one before, I know there's some similar patterns, but you got a lot of lines going on. People like the seam lines. And then got a super easy dress, flare A-line, different neck variations, that sort of thing. Cute, and it's got pockets. Can't complain about pockets. So anyways, yeah, I just couldn't believe it when I read that. I was like, are you kidding me? And then of course this company is like, you know, you can't just respond back to them like a normal person. It's like, please call this number. And I'm just like, dude, calling is a pain in the butt. The fact that so many companies are getting rid of chat and email, it's like, these are the best forms of communication because you don't have people calling you and yelling at your customer service reps who generally don't deserve it. Sorry. For some odd reason, this is starting to stick to these, like, really badly. Oh, I think that one's folding. Okay, never mind. But, you know, it's like, don't get rid of those features. I forgot to open a bag of these. Oopsies. I'm not. Well, you can open those bags whenever, but I like to do it before I'm filming, just because I don't have to edit it out. Yes, I'm that lazy. So, yeah, I decided to realize that I had to contact the BBB, Better Business Bureau, to have them deal with it because, I mean, I took screenshots of my Walmart app showing that I never ordered anything on the Walmart app. I told them my location. I showed the location that this charge came from. I showed them the letter I received from the credit card company. My request was not only that be removed, any interest that occurred from it be removed. And additionally, if not, they needed to show me whatever so-called evidence they had that it was me. Because if they show that so-called evidence, I can dispute that evidence because that evidence ain't real. Anyways, this is going out to Lydia. And here we have a duster jacket. Really cool. Pattern envelope has gunk on it. It looks like it got probably slid across the floor or something, but still a good pattern for sure. And the pattern pieces are undamaged. They're just fine, and that's what matters the most. So yeah, annoyance with that. But let's move on to Flyp, because hey, we want to know how that's going. Because this is not the program that everybody else uses. Some do, but all the big YouTubers use Vindu and List Perfectly. So, and those cost a lot. This one is free for like 3 months, and then it's, I think, $9 a month or something like that, which is so much more affordable. But, you know, you have to take into account if it makes things any easier. And working in bulk the way I do, in volume, I can see it's definitely making things easier when it comes to cross-listing. Now, I have to say, delist and relist, this seems like it's going to be a different story. This is going out to Claudia. And here we have, this is called the Magic Quilt. We used to do a version of this that it folded up into just the pillow, no handle, and we called that a Quillo. So, cool. But fun. This is a fun little project, and this is a great project for like a beginner and stuff, because generally it's pretty simple, and it makes a fun thing that you can just use all the time and stuff like that. Well, you know, when it's cooler. Don't suggest using it in the middle of summer. So, yeah. The delist relist is just difficult. The weird thing is, when you delist relist, it doesn't consider it a, like, modified listing. So it stays where it's at in its placement. And you're just kind of like, it makes it harder to figure out what ones you have delisted and relisted versus what ones you haven't. They're just kind of randomly placed amongst their stuff, and I've gone in and, you know, looked at newest date listed, oldest date listed, modified, there's a couple others in there, and I've gone through all of those trying to see which one would actually, like, rotate what you've actually delisted and relisted. None of them do, and I'm just like, are you not seeing where this is an issue? Like, why are these not rotating? A delist relist feature should at least be a modified item or a newly relisted item. I don't know. So that is where the problem I'm having with Flyp is coming in the most. So trying to figure out what, if anything, I can do to actually make that function best for me. This is going out to Ruby. And here we have a repeat customer. And this, by the way, is super cute. This is very peasanty, boho. You can go cottagecore or folksy, like, super cute. And it looks so comfortable, like, definitely comfy. Anyways, additional problem I found with Flyp is that it doesn't, when it initially when I initially downloaded all of my eBay listings, if there was multi-quantity of something, it downloaded the original quantity of it, not the current quantity. And I'm just kind of like, are you kidding me? So now when I'm cross-listing over to Mercari right now, I have to go into my inventory and check that there's that many there. And I've come across a couple that there wasn't that many there, which, by the way, is how I found out. So I'm starting to try to do the delist, relist. Any of them that are multi-quantity right now, I'm just leaving alone until I've checked them, because I don't want them relisting at the wrong quantity. They're on eBay at the right quantity at the moment. So here, this is going out to Rocio. And I do think that that's how the name is pronounced. I could be wrong. It happens. And here we have a wrapped skirt, shorts, pants. Easy, simple. I don't know if it's the wrap skirt, of course, has just its wrap, but elastic waist for the pants and shorts. Simple, easy, great little summer pattern. Oh, another thing I discovered. If somebody cancels an item on eBay, it's relisted as a new item. And Flyp doesn't pick up on this. So if somebody cancels an order, I have to remember to go into Flyp, remove that item from the inventory, delist it. This is bending this funny. Use a bigger, but I have to remember to go into Flyp, delist it, and then download the new listing, because that's what eBay does, is they turn it into a new listing. So I don't know if I need to check and see if there's any, kind of, hey, here's some suggestions section in Flyp. Don't I have to wait? See, delist, relist. It has no sort of auto delist. Not exactly paying a whole lot for it, especially initially. Maybe the free version, the first 90 days or whatever, maybe that doesn't have it, but when you pay for it, it has auto delist. I don't know. It doesn't at this point, that much I know. So yeah, let's see here. This is going out to Leah. Here we have this, again, seam lines, people. This is a thing for sure. Again, always allows for a little color blocking. You get the wide waistband. It also has a jacket option, jacket cardigan, crop version. So, anyways, yeah. Those are my issues with Flyp so far. Other than that, it makes it so much easier to cross-list. It is faster. It is nice to have things in one place, and I can go in and do all of those things. Again, doesn't auto-delist. This is not something I have to worry about a whole lot, at least not at this point. I do need to go in, and all of the items that sold last night, I need to go in and delist them. Half of them, that's a lie, 2/3 of them, maybe a little bit less, still aren't cross-listed at this point, so 99% of the time, that would be a lie too, because that is not correct math. 66% of the time, it's, not listed on Mercari, so I don't have to worry about it accidentally selling on Mercari when it's already sold on eBay. I do think that when I sell something on Mercari, I have a tendency to run over to my computer and delist it, though, because you know, a lot more punishment would come from eBay. But that's where I stand with that at this point. Definitely like having a cross-listing platform. I think it's a good thing. I think places like Vindu and List Perfectly are probably great to have, but they just cost too much. From my math, you really need to be bringing in, I'd say, at least 80K for a cross-lister that you're paying $100 a month for to actually be of value to you. That's just me figuring in time and stuff like that, because even Mercari has a cross-listing feature on it that pulls your items over from eBay fairly quickly. So you're not wasting huge amounts of time with that. And, you know, if you got delist feature, stuff like that, it can be great. It's if it did all your bookkeeping and stuff for you, that would be great, but it just kind of holds that information for you from what I can tell. It doesn't actually do a bookkeeping feature, so you can find your numbers, but it's not actually like a bookkeeping program that you can just send off to the IRS at the end of the year. So if you can put that in there and not pay separately for your bookkeeping program, it might make it a little more worth it. Anyways, that's just all the numbers, and this is going out to Daniel. And moving on to the next day, we're going to start with the first item going out. This is a cross-stitch kit. It has been started. You can see being colored in. Cross-stitch kits, even when they've been started, they they have resale value. Some people actually enjoy the ones that have been started in comparison to, unstarted ones. Especially some of these old ones, the thread, the embroidery floss, wasn't exactly separated, and you had to separate it yourself, and you had to figure out which color was what. That was fun. So if you have one of those old ones and it's been opened and started a little bit, or not even started, yeah, and the floss has been separated, yeah, people will snatch those up because they don't have to separate the floss. Almost done with this roll. Got another one right here for when this one finishes. So today I'm going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to continue on with another slight issue with Flyp, and I'm going to talk about one of the downsides to selling volume that is just really hard to overcome. Most of it you can overcome with, a little bit of, just a little bit of thought, a little bit of engineering, a little bit of organization, streamlining the process can very much make volume selling so much easier. But there are still some downsides to it. There are downsides to selling high-priced items too. Tape. Go and tape up the sides here a little bit. We will talk about Flyp here in a second. Sorry for not talking much. For some odd reason, I really needed to focus on that. This is going out to Corina. And here we have a cute little pattern. You got shorts with the V-shaped yoke. Got some color blocking going on here. Should be a simple, easy pattern. Yeah, this is actually a pattern I had listed a long time ago, and then when eBay suddenly lost some of my listings, this was one of them that had to be relisted. I relisted it a week or two ago, and now it's sold. So, this is why we delist and relist things. So, anyways, Flyp came across another pattern another pattern, another problem. Wow, too many P's. I came across another problem last night. When you delist and relist through Flyp, it changes the shipping. So it changes over my shipping policy. And it's the same shipping policy, but it's a copy of that, which means it's not all under the same shipping policy. You want it all under the same shipping policy. It's supposed to be all under the same shipping policy. So you have to go in and fix that. And it doesn't take too awful long to do, but it's just another extra little thing. And, you know, if too many of these extra little things, you know, come out, it's going to be, you know, a little, you might be spending more time working the program, and it might not be worthwhile to cross-list through it if I keep finding more and more. This pattern is going out to Rhonda. And here we have basics pattern, capsule wardrobe. You got a dress, you got a jacket, you got pants, you got a skirt. There's probably a shirt in there. Yes, there's a tank top. Great all-around pattern to have. So, yeah, let's flip. And it could just be needing to streamline the process using Flyp now instead of eBay. And that's a thing that we'll be looking at over time. It's just every single time you find one of those things, it's another one you just got to add to. Be like, okay, is this making it worth it? Well, that's not helpful. Because, you know, it might not be. Downside to these large patterns is that the flap of the envelope, the thicker patterns, the flap doesn't want to go over the patterns. It just kind of bunches up and it gets aggravating. And let's see here. This pattern will be going out to Rebecca. This is so cute. You got a little romper. I think it's got the little bummies as well. Maybe. Looks like it's just like a little romper, and you can do a little skirt over it instead, if you so choose. But, okay. Moving on to an issue that can arise with volume selling. And that is the person that wants to buy a ton of things and is messaging you every 2 seconds about it. And this is annoying for most resellers, period. But it can be especially difficult with volume selling. I think this is just, no, it's fitting. Because it takes up your time. And with volume selling, your time is going to matter just a little bit more. You want to streamline the process so that you're spending as little time as possible listing, because this takes up a lot of your time. You want to source as little as possible because this takes up your time. So when you have a buyer or potential buyer that is asking all the questions and you're answering them every 2 seconds, this is taking away time from the other things that could be making you money. And you're selling things generally at a lower price. So every minute that you spend doing that instead of listing, you're kind of almost losing money. Let's see here. This is going out to Sherry. And here we have going out mostly nursery accessories, Vogue pattern. This one's been listed for a while, so this is the thing about volume as well, is that, you know, things will sit around. But as for the, extra, the extra communication, I was thinking about this because I had a buyer, or a potential buyer, this is also a cut pattern. Didn't realize it was a cut pattern. It says it on the listing, but yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't really do a whole lot with cut patterns anymore, is because they generally will take longer to sell. I would have had to have checked it to make sure all the pieces were there. Just, all the fun things. Again, streamlining the process. But I had this woman, I always assume everybody's a woman. I need to stop doing that. I had this person just messaging me, these are requiring immediate payment. That's eBay's fault. I don't know what is going on. My shipping is set up to where I do not require immediate payment for these things. I do not require immediate payment because I want people to be able to put them all in their cart, and the cart will automatically combine shipping for them. And this was them, accepting an offer. Let's see here. This is going out to Maryland. And here we have another Vogue pattern. It's basically, it's a shirt dress with the option of these like huge fluttery flowy sleeves. That is cute. That is definitely cute. So anyways, they were contacting me about that, and I was like, yeah, I'll combine shipping. If it's because it would require them to accept it and automatically pay. I was like, the ones that don't, I can send you an invoice for, and we will combine the shipping. The other ones, if you want to go ahead and purchase, I'll refund shipping, that sort of thing. Or the other choice was for them to send me an offer on those items, and then it would automatically go in their cart. They decided that it was easiest to just buy it and refund shipping, and then they're buying multiple stuff. Okay, no big deal. Then I start getting questions, and, can you send me an offer on this? No, it's already sent you an offer. I can only send out one offer. That one is too big. I kind of knew that was going to be too big. I don't know why I bothered. And so I'm dealing with that. And then suddenly they're talking about how I'm going to ship it. And I'm like, well, my shipping policy is it's $4.29 for a single pattern, and then every additional item after that is $1. And I explained this to them, and they're like, oh, well, put everything in a padded flat rate, and when the padded flat rate, that's a new one, padded flat rate is full, then I'll check out. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. This is what I'm charging for shipping. They seem to think that I'm going to charge them for a padded flat rate mailer. And I'm just like, no, I can ship it padded flat rate, which is nice because you get priority shipping. But I'm not redoing all the shipping because this takes time. And this is something that I have to take into consideration when running a volume business. And this is something that can happen with a volume business that can slow you down. It can take extra time. And technically, time is money, of course. This is going out to Sherry. And here we have, this is cute. It's got kind of a boxy version, and you can do a high-low hem. You can do a long version, because maxi is always in short sleeve, long sleeve, sleeveless. And it's got pockets. We always love pockets. So yeah, you have to decide how you want to deal with that. You can either continue to talk to them and, decide that a few bucks profit is worth the time that you take talking with them. Or you can just ignore them which is generally not considered very good customer service. But if you're working in volume, there's always people buying, and you know, you just don't necessarily have the time to contact them 24/7. Additionally, you know, you can deal with all of it for the first go around and then block them after that, because customers like that are not worth your time. They're not worth the sales, unfortunately. It's like, yeah, cool if you make $30 in sales, $40, even $50 in sales. But if you're spending, you know, all the profit on that, talking to them, you're not getting anything else done. You're not making other sales. And it's just evening out in the end, really. So, you know, how you choose to handle the situation, you can just tell them, this is what I do, this is what's going to happen, and then move on. And if they keep asking you questions, you can ignore them. You can wait until, you know, a certain time of the day and then answer all the questions that they have coming in, whatever the case may be. This is going out to Lynn, and we're moving on. First thing going out, this is just a set of small 1/4-inch plastic snaps. Great for, like, doll clothes, especially. That's where you'll see them the most. I ordered some more, not from eBay, but I ordered some more this size because, well, after this one, I have one left, and they're going to all be this teal color. Should order a different color. Maybe I should, but I kind of like the teal. So, yeah, that one is what that is. I don't know if this, probably should. I just don't know. With patterns, it's like, oh yeah, you know, people will buy more patterns. This could be something somebody just got real quick. Somebody could, like I said, make doll clothes. Sometimes I sell doll clothes patterns. Maybe they need doll clothes patterns. Who knows? If not, maybe they want to watch my YouTube. They must be bored. Will it fit? I think it'll fit. I think that'll fit there. I do have a package done up here, which we will talk about in a minute, because it goes with what I was talking about. For you, will be a second to go. For me, of course, it's the next day, but we'll just be continuing on with that bit of conversation. I'm going to tape up these sides. Some people tape up the sides, some people don't bother. You do you. I don't know what machines they go through anymore nowadays. It wouldn't be necessary, you know, 20 years ago or whatever. Look at that. See, that it didn't have any sticky, or like an entire inch or more. Let's see here. This is going out to Penelope. And here we have pajamas, men's, women's robes, all the good stuff. Universal. It is larger sizes. We love larger sizes around here. And we're almost out. We will be moving on to the next one here shortly. I get excited to move on to new tape. I know I have issues, but we're not going to talk about them. So, yeah. We are going to move on to this here in a second. I don't have anything to talk about till I start talking about that, but I want to wait till I get to the package to start talking about that. But again, we're moving forward with the same bit of conversation. And this one will be going out to Michael. Okay, and here we have a lot of patterns and a book, and this was a pain in the ass. Pardon my French. Talking about this before, somebody was ordering some stuff. eBay was letting them hold in their cart some of the items, and others they were requiring immediate payment for. Do not know what was up with eBay. I haven't required immediate pay on my account in years, so that one is what it is. But then they purchased several different lots, like 5 different items that I had to combine in, and I'm going to have to refund shipping on. But yeah, we'll talk about that concerning your business here in a sec. And here we have cute top. It's a cold shoulder, I'm telling you. They have their following. Can't blame them. Cold shoulder's kind of nice, you know. It kind of keeps the shoulders cooler. And we are definitely, oh, it's peeling off. Gonna have to go to the new one. It won't let me get it. This is kind of wonky tape. This is some random stuff I had floating around. Anyways, yeah. But this goes to show one of the downsides to, you know, high volume, low cost type of selling. This person had these issues, so I was constantly having to deal with these issues. I still have to go in and do their shipping refund, which I don't know if they understood, because they kept talking about me using a padded flat rate envelope, and I'm just like, what does it matter? My shipping policy is my shipping policy. You will be charged the $4.29 plus $1 for every additional item. If they keep talking about a padded flat rate, I have no clue what's up with that. This is going out to Lena. And here we have dress and skirt. We got a little A-line flare going on. Great for the summer. Just great summer outfits. So, yeah. And so I've had to deal with that. I've had to deal with them constantly messaging me. Additionally, I had to deal with a random message in which they were talking about eBay and how sellers need to tell eBay to get rid of all that immediate payment stuff. And I'm just like, eBay listens to buyers more than they listen to sellers. We are aware of this, so I'm not quite sure what exactly they were thinking, but they were stuck on this, and I was just like, you're talking to a seller. Like, if you want to talk about these things, go on social media. You know, I'm just a seller on eBay. So what I eventually had to do, because this person was treating eBay as social media, I eventually was like, look, eBay is switching over to, you know, auto pay. Every other platform does it. And they're doing it because they're losing money. And I'm like, this is actually something I agree with. They should go over to auto pay. Additionally, I will be unavailable for the rest of the day. I will send you an invoice tonight. Let's see here. This one is going out to Kelly. Here we have men's shirts. I just listed this within the past few days, but it's kind of cool, you know. You got classic fit, modern fit, slim fit, so, you know, you can kind of do what you want for whatever, you know, whatever you feel like. And it is a larger size. We love a larger size. Like I said earlier, we love it on women. We love it on men. And why shouldn't we? So, yeah. I had to basically cut them off from communication because I don't think this will fit in a small envelope. We'll double check and see. It's one of these weird patterns that tends to often be, maybe be just a little bit too big. Go in if I can get it straight. There we go. But, you know, time is money, and it's like, sure, if she was, I don't know, it's a she. I just keep saying she. I assume everybody that buys sewing patterns is a she. I'm sorry, not everybody that sews is a she. That is rude of me. But they, you know, they weren't buying higher cost patterns. They were buying cheap patterns. They were getting them for $4, you know, and profit margins are low on that. So, let's see. This is going out to James. See, look at this one. It's a male, it's a pattern for male. It's bought by somebody under a male name. James could be the one that sews. And if you are James, awesome for you. And here we have sweater hoodie pattern. Cute. I swear, I sell just as many coat patterns in summer as I do winter. Don't know why. Especially with us having like heat this summer. Woo! People are preparing for the winter, I guess. And this is just one of those weird things where you have to make a choice about customer service at this level of sewing that you wouldn't have to if you were, you know, selling higher priced items, because you're getting the profit to take the time to provide that customer service. Whereas when you're doing this, you just don't have the time. You're not making the money. The profits that I make on this is technically covering mostly just my time. Well, not this one. The one in the teal package. You know, with the amount that they talked to me and that I had to have contact with them and all that stuff. You know, they're really basically put it into a place where there was no profits. All of the so-called profits went to my time, which means no profits, no additional ability for growth, you know? And like I said, that is one of the downsides to this model of selling. Yeah. This is going out to Wesley. And here we have last one, people, last one. This is cool. This is a modern, what I would classify as a modern drop waist. You can see it's not gathered at the drop. They're utilizing flare, flounce, probably gored type of skirt method. Yeah, it doesn't say for sure, you know. But it's giving you lines. They're following the center line all the way up front. Like, this is a cool design. This is why I like Vogue, because they're a little edgy. They're a little cool. So, yeah. And I'm honest here, people. There is, of course, downsides to every single selling model you use. And I'm going to be honest about one of the downsides to mine, because I most definitely just experienced it and definitely was open and talking with you about it, because no selling method is perfect. I think some people prefer the high price model because, oh, you know, I don't mind answering questions and customer service when I'm making a larger profit. I don't blame them. Most people like shopping. So, I don't mind shopping, but I want to shop for myself. And I don't want to... The way you source shopping is vastly different. and I don't like shopping that way. So that one, of course, is what it is. And that'll be it for this one. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you feel like it, even hit the thumbs down. I don't mind. You just tell me what it is you're feeling, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.